Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to make a entryway sign using a Dollar Tree holiday sign. I just flipped it over and I'm going to paint over the back of it. Thought about painting the front, but just couldn't do that to the happy snowman on front. So on the back there I'm applying some chalk paint with a styrofoam brush. And I don't know if you're familiar with styrofoam brushes, but it does have like a hard thing in the center. Something was wrong with this brush and the hard part kept poking through. So it actually worked out well and made kind of a wood texture on the background there. And this is my first attempt at using the Cricut machine. So I'm trying to do some stenciling here. Please bear with me while I try to figure all this out. But I lay down my lettering. I'm going to peel it back and cross my fingers and hope everything's lined up. Once I have it down, just applying another color of chalk paint, kind of like a teal color, kind of patting it on with a brush. I was going to use another foam brush, but I was afraid that I'd have the same problem as I did applying the background. So I thought I'd stick to a regular paintbrush. So just dabbed it in all the circles there. And then once that's done, I'm going to peel back the lettering or the sticker parts, so the stencil itself. And you can see I had some bleed through there, which I went back through and just touched up with the white chalk paint that I had used earlier. And then I went on through and removed each letter. I know that they make tools for this. I don't know if I mentioned, but this is my first time with the Cricut machine, so it's a bit of a trial and error, and I definitely am going to invest in some of the tools that they offer. It really is a fun machine, and there's some neat designs that they offer through their app. And I just have a lot of exploring and learning and practicing with the Cricut machine. But to go along with my little saying, who's there, I found these cute little owls. Actually, it was one owl that I cut in half. And I'm just going to make it peek out from behind each word. I had to make my own beak for the second half of the owl as I used it on the first one there. But that wasn't a problem. Just cut out a little triangle with a stenciling vinyl. And then I'm applying another color of chalk paint. Now I was brave and used my styrofoam brush. I wanted to get closer to the stenciled lettering, so I went ahead and used a fine tip paintbrush there and just got as close as I could without going into the little circles to complete my owl. I just thought I could kind of fade it off into the center there. I didn't make a complete owl with them poking out on the other side. I just kind of faded it in between the letters of the word. So then once all that's filled in, just peel it on back and take out the little eyes and the little beaks. And I wanted to give it a little bit more character. So once I had that, I thought it'd be neat to kind of make my own feathers on the owl. So I grabbed some Mod Podge and that thin paintbrush again and just did little U's or little W's to form the feathers. And then I'm going to go on through and I'm going to use some iridescent glitter to go over the Mod Podge. I could have just used a regular paintbrush too and just kind of drew it in with maybe some black or a darker color brown. You can do it however you want. Add real feathers if you'd like. I just thought this would give it a touch of a sparkle, something different in comparison to that flat chalk paint that I have down there. And then once I've got the glitter on it, kind of looked at it, I thought it could use some eyes. And the goofy in me wanted to use Google eyes, but then I thought, maybe not. So I had some buttons here that I'm going to put down for the owl eyes and kind of made the owls pop a little bit. So I also want to kind of fancy up the top of the sign. And I got this rope, kind of a silk rope bow that I made, and a few silk flowers. I'm just going to hot glue them on. One thing that I didn't add was a hook on the back to hang up the sign. I guess I pictured it more as something that would be leaning against like an entranceway door. But you can go ahead and add a hook on the back, buy a ribbon, or even buy like a paper clip, bending it so it makes kind of a hook that you could hang from. I did add a little bit of the flowers to the bottom, just so the eye will also go to the bottom too when looking at the sign. So there you go. Just an entranceway sign. Thought it was kind of cute to incorporate the owls. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.